All right, we have our first female bout of the card. So we have Katie Mulreed coming in at a late replacement day of against Catherine Millares. Catherine is actually co-owner of Drew's MMA and Jiu-Jitsu, which is where this arena event takes place. So immediately, looks like we got some grip exchanges on the feet. Gonna see, oh, Catherine sits right to guard and immediately starts working in to try and isolate a leg here. Katie doing a good job trying to put the leg over, but it looks like Catherine's going to step that foot over the top and get a pretty good isolation on Katie's leg here. So Katie's going to really have to try and create some space, get that leg outside, or maybe come up on top and put some pressure. Otherwise, Catherine is going to potentially be able to isolate that leg and really get a solid leg lock finish here. She's doing a really good job of isolating the far leg. Oh, it looks like Catherine might be potentially thinking about a Z-lock here. She's completely got Katie's secondary leg out of this exchange right now. Yeah, based on that grip, I'm assuming Catherine's looking for a Z-lock here. Katie potentially looking for a step over armbar from that almost 50, not quite 50-50 position, but those are on. Catherine is looking maybe for a short ankle lock or potentially an Aoki lock on the secondary non-isolated leg. Katie's doing a good job grip fighting here. She's got an interesting X grip, one on Catherine's wrist and one on her own secondary leg. Catherine is going to shelf that primary leg, and we're going to see if maybe she's going to start mounting a heel hook attack. Yeah, she's looking to try and get that heel exposure. She's got that knee line completely embedded in her Ashigarami here, which is going to make it tough for Katie to get out. Looks like she's starting to turn to a deeper honey hole here and really looking to try and get a bite on that heel. Maybe she can get that heel hook finish here. Katie not looking very phased in these leg lock exchanges, but has definitely been in a defensive reactionary position this entire match so far. So Katie here is doing a good job hiding her heel, though. She's tucking that heel back and forcing Catherine to kind of come up. And it looks like we have our first non-leg lock exchanging position. It looks like Catherine is working to pass the guard over here, and Katie's doing a good job keeping her frames and her knee shield here. She's got her elbow framed on Catherine's hip, which is preventing Catherine from being able to fully commit to a pass. But Catherine's doing a good job of putting Katie's shoulders flat to the mat and really making these frames difficult. It looks like, oh, Katie's going to come up on a sweep here and come up on top. So Catherine's coming right back up. And now it looks like Katie's looking to isolate a leg of her own here, but Catherine's doing a good job of hipping in, hiding her heel, and really not giving Katie any potential offense on that leg. Catherine's staying heavy towards the top here, and she initiates a beautiful pass straight into full mount. Now, from here, it looks like Catherine is trying to climb higher into a high mount and isolate Katie's arm. Katie keeping her hips active, trying to bridge, keep some space. Catherine steps over the top, grabs a hold of her ankle, which is going to give her a really tight triangle if she's able to lock that up. She is falling a bit off of the side, but from here she can still create a decent amount of pressure on the one carotid and potentially set up an arm lock or other submissions. As she's continuing to turn that way and post that hand, you can see she's actually cinching up the triangle now, and this is looking a lot tighter in terms of the triangle choke itself. Catherine, super technical here. She's got that arm underneath the leg, and she's really pulling Katie in here. Katie's able to create a little bit of space, but it looks like Catherine is attacking that arm bar here, which is going to be there's a verbal submission there. So Catherine taking round one via arm lock off of the triangle choke. Here we go, round two. So Katie is going to want to make sure that She cannot get submitted in this round, otherwise Catherine's going to take the win. Ideally, though, she is going to... Oh, beautiful guard jump right to a sweep, and straight again into mount. Now, this is where the finishing sequence started last time for Catherine. We're going to see if she's going to look for something similar, and looks like she's looking for a face smother, some Wagner Hocha type of grappling. Katie was trying to work some different mount escapes, get her legs in. Catherine is already sitting off to the side again. She looks like she's locking up a potential arm lock here, but as Katie turns over, Catherine is going to be perfectly okay with taking the back control. And it looks like Catherine is already starting to work her grip. She's got a Kimura grip here off of the Kimura trap. She's going to try and pin that far secondary arm and create some exposure. It looks like Catherine's opting to turn in towards a reverse back triangle and isolate that arm, maybe looking for another potential armbar finish. She can also utilize that grip to kind of turn into a Kimura, but she opts to go back to the back control. She has been all over in her offense this match, really keeping Katie on her toes and forcing her to really be constantly defending submissions from pretty much everywhere. Catherine's got a really solid back control here, and she is working that python choke, which is essentially where you restrict the breathing by covering the nose and the mouth. And a lot of times that'll open up things. Like here you can see that opened up her ability to get that attacking arm underneath Katie's neck. Catherine here imploring her legs to try and isolate that secondary arm and keep Katie guessing where the attack is coming from. Catherine transitions to an arm lock here, and she is got Katie's arms completely isolated, and let's see here. She locks up her feet together. Is going to work to try and pull that secondary defending arm into her, which is going to create some pressure to break that grip. Oh, Catherine breaks the grip, and Katie's going to tap there. All right, real slow, methodical, technical finish there from Catherine. And once she broke that grip, and Catherine's going to take this with a arm lock in round 1 and an arm lock in round 2.